Hello there, welcome to Daily Monster 27. I think it's time that we talk about the rules of the monsters. The rules of how do they function in physical space. If they're monsters with legs, with tiny little legs, how do they possibly stand up, right? For me, I don't think about that stuff because I just always assume that there are certain forces at work that keep them upright. But every once in a while, I do drawing demos for kids. And I'm always sort of surprised when kids like my characters or they like animation. I always just figure, well, it's not really for you, but, come on in anyway. Anyway, grown-ups will look at the stuff and will say, well, yeah, there's probably something that makes that happen. It still seems plausible. But the kids, I remember drawing birds for an elementary school class at one point, monster birds. And one of the girls right up front said, I'm sorry, I have a question. How could this bird possibly, be upright with a giant beak like that? And I hadn't finished drawing, so I drew really, really big feet. And she said, well, yeah, that helps. But wouldn't its head just sink down, and how could it possibly fly? And I said, well, maybe, fish have an air bladder. Maybe this bird has an air bladder in its head. Maybe it has helium in its head, and that's what actually helps it fly. And she said, oh, okay. And then that was fine. That's all she needed. But kids are super literal, and so that's always really interesting. So in this case, with the eye being way up front, I think that the head of this bird is sort of a monster version of the Terminator metal that liquefies so that the eyes can move around the skull to go where they're most needed. What do you think the rules of this monster are? I'd love to hear it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.